on a new species of coaster. Jurassic World Velocicoaster, the apex predator of coasters. Only at Universal Orlando Resort. The hunt is on, beginning June 10th.
Hello and good evening, everybody. Welcome to a travel talk. Sorry, I almost said the old name there. Travel talk with Mark and Nate. It's been a couple weeks, so let's bring in my co-host from the East Coast, Neverland Nate.
You know, last Friday we couldn't do a stream because it was windy at your house, and this time I'm braving right through it. 50-mile-an-hour winds outside of my house right
Just
now.
a little bit more than some wind. I mean, there was some hail, there was some wind, there was some rain, there was delayed flights. So yeah, there was all kinds of things that happened last week. But hey, you know what? That's springtime in Texas. So
yeah, right. There you go.
Every week we get a new storm, right? So it's like a new visitor every week.
How is Texas?
Wet, cold, not cold, wet and rainy. So it's been just constant bands of rain. We think we've had like 5-6 inches over the past 2-3 days. So it's just been nasty. But hey, it's gonna be 90 on Monday.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
nice.
So tonight is a battle between the Texas Rangers and the Boston Red Sox. So one of your fans. So that's why you keep staring up. So if you see Nate staring at the top, he's watching.
I've got the game on. Yeah.
He'll keep us updated if he's winning, of course, right? So yeah, we've got a few things to talk about tonight. So we've been away for a couple weeks, and of course, there's some news around the House of Mouse. Of course, we'll start off talking with Disney, and let's just talk about the big news, which today is April 30th. Drum roll, please. The reopening of Disneyland Resort. So congrats to them after over a year, man. I can't believe it.
14 months. Yep. 14 months. They all got to go back today. Disneyland is open to 18% capacity right now. So
15, 18, 8, call it whatever, right? So it's much lower than California.
Somewhere.
Yeah, much lower than Florida for California is. So, but hey, it's great. So they had a very, I guess you could say, emotional day. There was a lot of cast members there to greet some of the guests as they entered into the park.
Yep.
You can see them there lined up and down Main Street, USA. You got the Disneyland Castle there in the background. So lots and lots of pictures were taken. There's the Bobs, right? And then you got Josh tomorrow. And then the president there of Disneyland Resort. I forget his name. My apologies. I want to say it's not Bob. So, but yeah, they were there. They did a whole opening thing. They, addressed the cast members before the official opening of the park. All the, big wigs, so to speak, were out there taking pictures, socially distanced, of course, with the fans. And there was a lot of tears shed. So a great day. If you're watching this from the West Coast or you had an opportunity to go, I'm jealous, right? I wish I could be there with you guys. So I was supposed to be there last summer with my boys, but we will be back again soon. And I can't wait to see, because opening in just a few weeks is the Avengers campus. So that's going to be cool.
Yep.
Definitely looking forward to that. So another big announcement. We were kind of waiting for some things to happen at the parks in Florida, but
People Mover is going again.
It is
That's
finally,
the big news.
Finally. So yeah, I was like, hey, I don't want to hear about it until I see somebody physically riding it. And well, Stitch took a ride around the People Mover the other day, and then some cast members, and then we actually had guests on it. So so happy. I am looking forward to rewriting that again.
I can't wait.
A few weeks.
Yep. My
Yep.
wife will be there in a week. So
Yeah, but you know what? I kind of wish there was some other news out and about. What about you?
I don't know. Look up at the stars.
Yeah.
Brightly shine for you.
So there
Yeah.
it is, folks. In case you did not know, the fifth sailing in the fleet of the Disney Cruise Line, the Disney Wish,
Yeah.
was just announced and revealed yesterday online and around the world. So we got a chance to watch the whole 30+ minute webinar, and it was truly an amazing opportunity to see
Some of those
all
rooms, man, are just that 2-floor family suite.
two-story, grand
It's
family suite.
unbelievable. It has a spiral staircase that goes up to the second, like not one of those tight ones like in a log cabin. I mean, an
Right.
expansive, like Cinderella type.
Yeah, exactly. If
spiral
Cinderella took a
staircase.
cruise, this would be
Yeah.
her room, right? So it's truly amazing. 2-story floor to ceiling windows throughout the whole thing. Like you
Yep.
said, the grand staircase, your own private pool.
And
I mean,
when you first walk
huge.
in to the ship, you're greeted by, a huge statue of Cinderella right at the bottom of another grand staircase that goes up.
Right,
to
yeah,
the
the
second
grand
floor.
atrium, a 3-level grand atrium with a huge wishing star chandelier.
Yeah.
Distinctly Disney. If you've ever been on a Disney cruise, you know from the minute you walk on, it's definitely a Disney product. But some really cool things that I've never seen before. Obviously, like the 2-story grand suite there. And
Yep.
then not only does Disney be the first for a lot of things, they're obviously the first and only cruise line with fireworks at sea. But now they're
It
going to be
absolutely
the
does,
first.
Melissa. It's
Yeah,
I mean, we see a lot of cruise ships, but this one's really pretty. Like
very pretty.
it's really. Hello, Steve. How
Steve
are you?
what's happening?
How's it going?
So the first ever water attract, or not water, but first ever attraction at sea. But much like they had the aqueduct, the first slide at sea, so to speak, this is going to take
Yeah.
it to the next level, and we've got a special sneak peek just for you guys here. So let's take a look.
Fairy godmother, that was magical and only slightly disorienting. Welcome to the upper deck of the Disney Wish. I am so excited to be joined by Disney Imagineer Danny Handke and the one and only Captain Mickey.
Hi, Ashley and Danny. And welcome aboard, pals.
Hey everybody, I am so thrilled to be here. Captain Mickey and I have some big news to share. We know how much our guests love hanging out on the upper deck of our ships. So on the Disney Wish, we're doing something we've never done before. If you look just above us, you'll actually see it. That is the first ever Disney attraction at sea.
It's called the Aqua Mouse.
Wow, that sounds splashtacular.
Yeah, and I'm totally stoked about it. Just like we do in our theme parks, we created a rich storyline for the Aqua Mouse, complete with show scenes, lighting, special effects, and even a few surprises. You see, a ride on the Aqua Mouse will take you into the animated world of the Mickey Mouse shorts with an original story called Scuba Scramble. Mickey and Minnie have started their very own excursion company, and they want you to be among their first guests on an exciting adventure to Mermaid Lagoon. Along the way, you'll encounter lots of sea creatures and some familiar Disney characters. I forgot to mention their excursion company is called Port Misadventures. So what could go wrong? And the thrill of the attraction is just as awesome. You'll take off on a wild water ride that spans 760 feet around the upper deck. And when you're not in the middle of all the excitement, you can chill and take in the stunning views of the ocean as you travel over the Disney Wish.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
Same here.
So yeah, that looks really,
Yeah, man.
really cool.
So if you look really close during that video, it shows the inside of the attraction, and you see it happening on the side. So what they've compared it to is Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. It's that type of motion where you're seeing them run by you really quick, and then screens everywhere. So
That 2.5D, basically, yeah.
that's gonna be nuts.
That's gonna be crazy nuts, right?
Yeah.
So 796 feet. I mean, it doesn't sound like a lot, right? But I mean,
Right, but you see it goes all the way through,
Right, and it's
then
going
loops back
through
around.
the actual stacks itself. It goes through that
Right.
little hole. There's,
Yeah.
like you said, there's show scenes. There's all kinds of stuff. So, the only thing we don't know is how long that whole attraction will take. Right. So it could be
Right.
anywhere from a couple minutes to whatever. But it truly is going to be something magical. Right. So I can't wait to do that.
It's gonna be
So
cool. It's gonna be
and
really,
then-
really cool.
there's some all kinds of new things, right? So we've only touched on the surface. So they've even thought about the adults, right? So they know that would be things like, Toy Story Land and Batu over in both California and in Florida. The adults love the themed areas too. So Disney
Right.
has taken that to the next level. So you're going to have things like the Star Wars Lounge,
It's
where you're literally going
ridiculous.
to be, you're going to be sipping on libations, and then the windows, instead of looking out into the sea, you're going to be looking out into space, right? So you'll feel
Right.
like you're on a
And different
cruise.
planets. You're gonna be
Yeah.
going to Tatooine. There's so many places they go, and it's really they're really catering more towards. And I know it's Disney's just a family fun place anyway because it's iconic and fun and beautiful and makes you feel good in your heart. But they're really giving adults more of like a leg up, like because Disney does have their kids clubs and teens areas and things like that. And now they've even taken those to the next level now.
Oh yeah, that kids club where they enter through the slide. Come on,
yeah,
Who
you
wouldn't
get to
wanna
the
go
kids
there?
club through a slide, but if you're an adult, they got a door for you. So that's the kind of stuff that they were.
I wonder if
explaining.
adults could go down the slide if they chose to.
I don't know.
I mean, I fly down to pick up Finn. Hey, bud, I'm coming down to get you. Wee,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
knock 6 kids over, fall into an Xbox.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's some of the big news that was announced, and of course, even bigger news is the CDC has finally said that cruising can begin again mid-July. We don't have a firm date yet. However, that's great news. So look for more news to come on that soon. So if you've got a cruise booked, I would say anytime after July 15th or later, you're probably good. Of course, things could change between now and then, but everything is looking better and better each and every day. So great news for the cruising industry after, again, another long shutdown, probably the longest industry to be affected by this whole pandemic. So it's good to see things are coming back.
Let me throw one thing in before we go any further down that road. As far as traveling goes, just so you know, we just found out the other day that they have added 4 more weeks to passport processing right now. So if you're trying to leave, if you're trying to go to an all-inclusive, or if you're trying to go on a cruise ship that sails out of anywhere, but their home port would have to be in the United States, and wherever they're going, actually, I guess that would matter.
Basically, if you need a passport before mid-August, your time is gone. So right now it's looking like even with expedited processing, you would get your passport back around August. So
didn't you find a loophole somehow?
We did. So thanks to a fellow travel agent, my buddy Nathan, who's actually in Dallas this weekend. Apparently you can contact your congressman or congresswoman, and they can facilitate some sort of act of Congress, so to speak, to get your passport processed faster. So there is options available if we need to get it done faster, but it's not like one of those things that's guaranteed, right? So
no,
I wouldn't
you're
trust the
lucky if they
government.
answer.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust the government to even pick up the phone. Okay, so I mean, it is an option. He's had luck doing it, but I guess it all depends on where you live. You know what I mean? So
right. Yeah, don't just call your congressman right now.
But I mean, it's a good point to bring up. If you plan on doing traveling, I would say at all between now and 2022, open up your passport and look at it, see if it expires between now and 2022.
Because at least you can get the ball rolling.
Right, exactly. You need to have a passport valid at least 6 months after you plan to return home. So let's say if you're traveling in July and you plan on coming back the end of July, it needs to be good through at least January, February of the following year, just so that you don't have any hiccups getting home, whatever reason. So good point there. So another quick updates from around the House of Mouse. The Disney Magic mobile service, which is just launched a few weeks ago for Apple iPhone and Apple Watch, is now available for Android devices, just the smartphones. They haven't announced compatibility yet with the smartwatches. Hey, Raphael, good to hear from you, buddy.
What's going on, man? How are you? Stop.
No, he's telling me to stop, not you guys to stop. So that's some good news. I've yet to try it out, but I'm looking forward to that very, very soon. So another big update is around the. Let me pull it up here. The Jungle Cruise. We've got an update on some improvements. Why don't we talk about that, Nate? Let me pull it
Some
up.
updates. I don't know if I want to call them improvements. I'm fairly indifferent on what they're doing because I understand what's going on, and there's no reason to complain about it because it's got to be done and they're going to do it. So
Yeah, they're going to do it regardless, right?
right.
So
I actually really enjoy the fact that it's now more of a gift shop. Like I understood the puns and the humor, obviously, of it being, Trader Sam. He's at the end. He's kind of like a gift shop. Trade 1 for 2. That's how trading works. But now that this is more of like a trade atmosphere or a gift shop, sort of a joke play on themselves, sort of. I mean, yeah, I get it. I'm a little bit, taken aback about why they had to get rid of headhunters. Like this is, I mean, if we're going to teach history to our, kids in school, I mean, at least let them know that things like this happen. This is how culture develops, and this is why we are where we are. That's all. I'm not saying shun it, but just say this happened. You can't be like, nope, didn't happen. There's books about it. So
I get it, but it's a way for them to bring back the Trader Sam character.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
at least not abolish him for good, so to speak. So
yeah, no. But no, it's great. I know that they have set up storylines for the entire like cast of Alberta Falls and things like that. But as the storyline develops, it seems like it's going to be a good time. I'm looking forward to it.
yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Some other quick updates we've got here. Disney is finally opening up some more resorts in Florida, and those are the Beach Club, which will open up in just short of a month at the end of May. Boardwalk is now going to be opening the Boardwalk Inn on July 2nd.
And if you guys haven't been to Boardwalk, the difference between the inn and the villas is the main lobby. Because if you go one side, it's the inn. If you go to the other side, it's the villas. And obviously, they're pretty. Both of them are great. But that just to let you guys know, if you're thinking about, oh man, how far away are the villas from? You just walk across the front desk, literally, and you're there.
Yeah, Raphael says too much change at once. I'm guessing he's talking about the Jungle Cruise. Yeah, it's going to be pretty much completely different once they redo everything, and it's going to have a new storyline, and it's there's not going to be as many jokes that are quote unquote freestyle from the skippers.
But we've heard from Jungle Cruise skippers, and we even played the video. They seem happy about it. It's another something for them to do. Not for nothing. There's only so many ways you're going to spin those jokes that they were saying.
This is true.
That they tell, and I've heard them spun 1,000 different ways, and I love every single skipper for how they did their own
different twist on it, right?
Yeah, it's just a new thing. Let's just go with it. No, you know what? No reason to complain because it's not going to change.
Exactly. They're going to change anything. Exactly. Right.
So just enjoy what we do have. It's the Mouse House. It's still going to be awesome.
Yep. So check this out, guys. We've got some new. If you follow the Disney Parks blog, they put out every few off. I mean, it seems like almost every other week they put out a new bites guide to all different food coming around the Walt Disney World Resort. And this just stuck out because who doesn't like Baby Yoda, right? Grogu. So this is actually some of the new things that are happening now. We've got May the 4th coming up in just a few days. So if you're a huge Star Wars fan, they've got some great treats for you down at the Amorette's Patisserie in Disney Springs. You can get that little Grogu treat there. It's called the Child Mini Dome Cake, available now through May 5th. And then also over at the Ganachery, you see over there to the right,
that Millennium Falcon popsicle.
Yeah, chocolate pop.
Yep.
And also available now through the 5th. So, and then also here, let's see if we can zoom out just a little bit so we can see all that glory. There it is. This is over at Pineapple Lanai at Disney's Polynesian, which is open. Yep. The rooms itself will be opening late July, the new standard Moana rooms. But you can go get this Polynesian Millennium Falcon soft serve sundae starting next week. So May 2nd through the 5th. Ooh, my favorite there, the funnel cake. And then you've got some light turbo churros. Look like these are all over at Disney's Hollywood Studios, specifically for May the 4th and May the 5th. And also looks like, no, this is just Hollywood Studios. I'm sorry. So yeah, and then Docking Bay Food and Cargo, 4th and 5th as well for some of those other items.
Yep.
So yeah, can't wait. All right, let's move on. I guess the last piece of info that we really have about Disney is if you haven't yet taken advantage of, or if you're thinking about going, the get buy 3 get 2 days free offer
Yep.
ends Sunday.
Park tickets. Yep.
Yeah,
Buy
for
3
Sunday,
park
so
tickets, get 2 free, which is actually a pretty silly deal if you just go on their website and look at the prices. I mean, you're saving $200 per person. Just
right, yeah,
right
family
there.
of 4, it's really going to be a huge savings, even bigger than the room discount. So, and that's good through stays up until September 25th. So, I know a lot of people who want to go May, June, and even parts of July. Park passes are very slim to none.
Yeah,
So
June's tough.
basically,
July's okay. July's
yeah,
still okay.
last
They
half of
open
July
up
is all
more.
right. August and September are still good. So $200 deposits all it takes to lock it in, fully refundable up until 30 days before, and you can take advantage of that offer, right? So last chance to get it Sunday. After Sunday, it goes bye-bye.
And we really thought, I mean, we said something like we've been telling you guys for a little bit that we thought something was going to be coming, something like this is the time. It's already happened by now last year. So just throw that out there. I think it happened on a Tuesday or a Wednesday the week before the promotion ended that they were running. But they do still have the up to 30% off rooms promotion running through the end of May.
Right,
So,
through the end of May, and that stays through like I think it's early July, right? July 4th. Yeah. So that's a great room offer, right? So up to 30% off, still good.
Moderates running about 15.
Resort,
Moderates running about 15%. But still
values at
absolutely.
10 exactly. So yeah,
And Raphael, I didn't hear that they were getting rid of Pirates rooms at the Caribbean Beach Resort. Those are fairly recently updated, and I don't see how any of that's in there would make.
They may be refurbishing them as far as getting rid of the carpet and changing them over to wood flooring, because that seems to be the most popular and sanitary thing to do.
Exactly.
So maybe that's what you possibly maybe heard, or maybe whoever heard that, they just heard incorrectly. But yeah, we haven't heard anything about them going away because they are very popular.
Yeah. No, those are the first ones to sell out too. So.
Yeah. Usually when those package offers come out, those are the first ones to go. So,
yep.
All right. Some other quick travel news that's not really Disney related. Some good news for everybody who hasn't yet gotten a real ID. And if you don't know what a real ID is, it's basically an ID with that little gold star in the upper right or upper left corner that's accepted at all federal buildings, TSA checkpoints, yada, yada, yada. Well, because of the pandemic, they've now extended it. This is extension number 3. You have until May 3rd, 2023. So you got a lot longer than you thought.
Right.
So you don't have to worry about, rushing to your motor vehicle office to get a new driver's license or whatever. You've got some time. And then also the TSA just announced today the mask requirement at federal airports and aboard federal flights, all flights, basically domestic and international, through September 13th. So they're extending that, wearing a mask on a plane and in the airport. Not that big a deal, but just a little update. Sure. All right. So that wraps up our news. We're going to jump in not last week, but the last time you guys saw us, we talked about AM Resorts, which is one of our preferred vendors with properties all around the Caribbean and pretty much the world. And now this week, we're going to focus on Charisma, which is another one of our preferred vendors. And I'm going to let Nate take over. He's going to talk about a little place where we can all waste away, I guess.
Yeah, sure can. I love the end of that video. I just see the close up of me smoking a cigar when I did that Virgin Cruise thing that night. So yeah, Margaritaville. Right now they have Riviera Cancun open, and that's what I'll kind of show you guys tonight, real quick. but they do have 2 other places coming, Cap Cana and Riviera Maya. So I'll just show you pictures of those in a minute. But I wanted to just at least go through and let you know what you're getting into when you go to Margaritaville. Obviously, this is an all-inclusive. It's not the same as the one that's in Orlando, which is or outside of Orlando, which isn't an all-inclusive, but great place to go anyway. You really get that vibe. You know, there's a lot of people who grew up listening to this man, okay, and there's a reason why
Music
he was
is
so
very popular. Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of people like drinking margaritas. Like I know people who are drinking margaritas literally right now because I know that's what
we
they're
all know
doing.
somebody drinking a margarita right now.
Right. But the one that's open right now, it's 148 suites, so it's not a huge place. It's not a, you know, you're not going to
Very
get
intimate.
crushed there.
Yeah.
It's family friendly as well. They do have their kids clubs for 2 to 14 or 2 to 12, I believe it is. 4 restaurants, 6 bars, 4 pools. Okay, so 148, 4 pools. If you start doing math, that there's not really a lot of people per pool or a lot of rooms per
40
pool,
people,
obviously.
yeah.
You know, and then of course you have that spa if you want to get into that kind of stuff. They do silly things like mixology. Well, not silly things like mixology classes, but you know they'll just do a pop-up experience. You'll be at the bar, you know, you go over to one of, or you're at the pool, you go over to one of the bars, and it's like, okay, we're gonna do this now. You know,
We're make mojitos, you know.
we'll give you a half hour, sign up, do things like that. But like flip flop Olympics, Caribbean parades, cocktail tastings, obviously. We decided to let me talk about it because, you know, being a drunk Disney dad, this is I would be the best one to say it. But the resort is beautiful. It's not huge. It's not 7 stories up in the air. Everybody's got a great view. Obviously, these are going to be your swim up suites right here, where you wake up, you get out of bed, and you do have your own. Right? You do have your own like little cove area, you know, so you are, you know, separated from. You know, if you can see right here, you do have like an inside wall.
Yeah, you've got some privacy, right? So you're not looking at your neighbor all the time.
Yep. And then there isn't a lot of cross-pollination going back and forth with the swimming. Obviously, you have your own channel to get out into the main area and get to the pools and things like that.
I bet at night that area looks amazing.
Yeah, so this is kind of, you know, this would be if you're in the pool looking up at the pool bar. I mean, it's a really cool thing. So I want to tell you about what Island Reserve Inclusive is, and that's what their all included experience is. Welcome refreshments on arrival. So a lot of places will do that, but they'll give you like a cranberry juice or something like that. They're ready to get you, you know, going pretty good. All international premium alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks and juices, all meals and specialty snacks, daily activities. And again, following with the charisma line of what's free, everything that doesn't go okay. So everything else.
Your kayaking, your sand volleyball,
right here,
you know,
paddle boards, snorkeling, all that stuff is included, and they do give you scuba diving clinics in the pool. So you can get your
refresh get certified.
Tons of live performances. I think they said they have 4 different spots that can open. You just have live performances, so you're going to hear, you know, probably Caribbean style or Buffett style music the whole time you're there, which is a total chill atmosphere. Like
absolutely,
I would do it.
Matter of fact, one of our agent friends, Kristen, she was there this past week, and I was watching some of her videos and stuff, and they just having a blast.
Yep. So there are things that you can obviously pay for. You can get greens fees if you want to go and do that. We can set up a wedding package for you there if you have, you know, a family who's really into the parrot.
Or maybe you just want to rekindle the knot, right? A 50th anniversary, or, you know, renewal of vows, what have you. They can do it.
So there is babysitting services that you can get as well. Obviously currency exchange, laundry, and you can obviously buy stuff as well. They do have this other, excuse me, this scrolled down on me.
As you're talking about that, I know for all charisma resorts, and I'm sure Margarita is the same way as well. They do offer things for toddlers, right? So if you're traveling with little kids, you don't have to worry about, you know, packing the pack and play and stuff like that, because all that stuff's included.
Yeah,
even like down to little robes for your tiny one, right? I mean, how cute would it be for your 8-month-old or your 24-month-old is in his own little private robe and slippers? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
After you get that a bath. So
yeah. So there's 6 signature bars, and the SOS swim up bar, and again there's also tasteful pop-up experiences. So not just, you know, mixology classes and things like that.
Some food tastings and stuff.
Yep, exactly. See, there you go. Spirit
I don't know if
flights,
you
floating
guys.
pool bars.
I know Nate saw it because obviously we follow each other. Because you bring up that picture of the tacos there. Did anybody else see that post I made a couple days ago?
Floating disaster.
Yeah. So at Margaritaville, believe it or not, in the pool they have a floating taco bar, and it's just like you would imagine. It's basically
Yeah.
a huge sombrero, and inside of it is all the tacos and all
Yeah.
the toppings and everything. And yeah,
Yep.
I can just imagine after 4 shots of tequila and 6 or 7 drinks and then try to go make my own taco. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'd fall over and the whole thing goes in the pool. So
Yeah, right. But I mean, the food is ridiculous. They have anything you can imagine of what you would want to eat. Obviously everything's open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And when you go to these resorts, keep going. Like, don't hold back. You want to eat, you want to drink it all, because that's what you're paying for, really. Especially with some of our flight providers, you can get flights really inexpensive right now. Other ones are really expensive. Just depends on how you book your trip, and that's what we're here for, to help you figure out what's going to be the most cost-effective way to do that. So, like I
when they
said,
say all inclusive, yeah, take advantage of it. I mean,
Yep.
if you want seconds, you want thirds, you want 15ths,
right.
you want 20 tacos, go ahead.
So here's the one, Reserve Riviera Cancun. This is the one that's open right now. The one over here on the left. The one I'm excited to see is the Riviera Maya, because I'm just more of a fan of the Riviera Maya end of Cancun, even
Yeah,
though
much
it's along
much
the same
different
coast.
atmosphere.
It's a lot more lush, a lot more green, and not as hotel row, which I understand,
Yeah.
but that's where the deals are. You know what I mean? The smoking deals
Exactly.
are super quick to the airport and back. It's like
Yep.
some of these are 4 or 5
10
miles
minutes.
away. But let's see. This is the Riviera Maya. Like, look at that place. Looks fabulous.
It really does look cool. Yeah,
The
that's
rooms.
a nice
the
suite.
theming of the rooms, like, it's not your standard just like brown chair. I mean, they really had a good time coming for this one. And then this is the Cap Cana Resort, and I don't know a ton about this because I think this one's opening later, but it looks like it has 3,600 pools. All different kind of views. So this is going to be your oceanfront view, and here would be your oceanfront view. I'm sure these are like pool rooms, and here's your swim ups down here, so you can see their
Yeah,
channel is
are
right
nice.
there. I mean, right there. You have your
It
lounge
looks like
right
even
here as well.
that back building, it looks like it might have a swim up channel. I can't really tell, but the room style looks almost similar
Yeah.
to that one building.
This looks like an extension of like a relax area that you can go into your room from. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Well, I guess this one looks like it's got more of a cutout where you can just swim. There's like 2 steps that go into your room, is what that
Yeah, more like a
looks like
patio,
to
kind of
me.
like.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
But it's a beautiful looking resort. I mean, it's not very big, right?
Yep.
It's not as spread out as a lot of other all inclusives are, but then again,
Right.
it's also got looks like quite a few rooms.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
definitely somewhere I want to go. That's for sure.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's a definitely more of a relaxed experience as well, as opposed to something that targets kids. Like Margaritaville is more like a lifestyle, like kind of like how people went to Woodstock. Their kids were raised, that way.
True.
This was a time.
Yeah, there's
And
times to chill there. There's times to party. There's times
Yeah.
of relaxation. So
Yep.
it's got everything that an adult's getaway could really want. And then what better place? A quick stop just over the border into Mexico.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter where you're flying from in the U.S., it's usually a 3.5 hour at the most
if that,
trip to
Yep.
Cancun. If you're coming from Texas, it's usually quicker to get to Cancun than it is to Disney.
Yep.
So I know I can be a
Cool.
lot more satisfied a lot quicker because I'll have a drink in my hand the minute I hit that front door.
For real.
At
Absolutely.
least Disney, you got to hop on a bus or go to Epcot. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to hop
Right.
a few different skips away to get to the alcohol. So, well, it was awesome, man. I cannot wait to visit Margaritaville, and maybe soon we can do a guys trip, or we can do something, a group trip, and go down there and just all hang out and have a good time. So
Get that fam trip going. Tell them he'll hook us up with a fam trip to get down there.
we would love a fam trip to the Margaritaville.
right.
We would check it out, and we can also go right next door while we're in Riviera Maya and check out one of the other hotels that we're going to talk about next.
Yep.
We're actually going to cover 2 hotels, 1 brand, in 2 different countries. So let's check it out.
Dive into all ages luxury at Nickelodeon Hotels and Resorts Punta Cana. Your all-inclusive 5-star escape in the Caribbean. Play like a kid or indulge like a grown-up. The possibilities are yours to savor, share, and celebrate. Soak up every bit of fun and immerse yourself in the Charisma Gourmet Inclusive Experience. Book now and save. Call or visit nickresortpuntacana.com.
All right, so we're going to talk about the Nickelodeon Resorts and Hotels collections. This is also through Charisma, who's does Margaritaville, which we just talked about. But we're going to talk about first Punta Cana, which is over in the Dominican Republic. Let me pull that up here so we can both. Let's see, we want Chrome and Punta Cana. Here we go. Sorry, I got too many windows open here. Let me close one. There we go. And open. Okay. So, as you can see here, everything is immensely Nickelodeon. So you're talking SpongeBob, the Ninja Turtles. We're talking,
Dora,
yeah, the Paw Patrol. So all those great characters that you're going to get at the Nickelodeon Resort. So let's look at some of the accommodations that they have there. So while we're waiting for that to pull up, some good things about the Charisma experience, like we just talked about with Margaritaville, the gourmet cuisine, right? So they've got everything that you can possibly want to eat, all inclusive. So they've got everything for dietary accommodations for special needs, including allergies, vegans, vegetarians, celiac, gluten-free, picky eaters, you name it, they can do it, right? So you let your resort staff know when you get there, you let us know, we let them know, that type of deal, and we can set it all up. So as you can see right here on the screen, this is what you normally would think of as, a play area for kids, right? No, this is one of the suites, guys. This is part of your experience. This is actually in the Pineapple Suite, which we'll talk about in just a moment. But there it is right there, the Pineapple Suite. If you've ever wanted to live in a pineapple under the sea, that is it, right? So you enter through the front door. There's your Pineapple Suite, and it's huge, right? You're going to find luxurious amenities that would put most all-inclusives at a value level, right? So this is not just your typical run-of-the-mill value all-inclusive. So we've got flat swim-up suites, basically just like the one we saw over at Margaritaville. You've got a little plunge, channel pool area shared amongst all the guests there, and then you've each got your own little private patio, goes right into your room. And then you can see what it looks like inside. Very spacious, right? So this is for a family of 4 even, right? You got the parents in one bedroom, share a king-size bed. And then that couch right there pulls out, and the kids can sleep right in the living room. And then there's a door to close everything off. They've got their own TV. There's a private tub and shower for the master suite. And then
crazy, man. Those rooms are really, really, especially for being such a kid-themed thing. Like, you don't want to go in there thinking, "All right, I'm gonna walk in there. Somebody's gonna hit me in the face with a pie." And
I mean, it's so subtle, right? You see SpongeBob and what's his Patrick's shorts that are hanging up there to dry, and his socks, right? So it's uniquely Nickelodeon, but it's also elegant, right? So that's what I said. It's not.
It's respectfully Nickelodeon.
Exactly, right. So you got the Nick blimp right out there. It's kind of like a little, I guess you could say either table or chair, so to speak. But it's it's fun, right?
That's crazy. Like, just those swim up suites in general, just being able to just jump up and be like, "Oh, all right, cool. You dry off. I'm gonna go grab some food. Go grab a drink. Jump back in there. Swim over. That's crazy. That's cool."
And that's what's great about these is all of these are having their own little, swim up suite. So this is what they call the Swank plunge pool. So this is your own private plunge pool, and you can see off of the master bedroom, it's got its own open air, doors that they can open up, go right in. And same thing in from the living area, right, where the kids are going to be staying. They can go right out into the pool,
jump right in.
Yep. Look at that bathroom.
Sink. Yeah, awesome, awesomely laid out.
It's just amazing. So if you want to step it up and you want a little bit more, you have to wrap around. So even more space, right? So you can go from the living room, you can go from the bedroom, you can go from the bathroom, you can go from the whole suite, you can get outside. Right to your private swim up. So again, it's just amazing. And then they've got just the regular pad swim up. So this is kind of like the flat, just a little smaller. So more of your traditional hotel style where you can get 1 or 2 beds, a pull-out couch. So this would be good for families of 5, right? So
perfect.
And again, that same elegance, but also uniquely Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
and all the rooms are themed very similar. And then, of course, we got the pool super villa. So this is just right below the Pineapple Suites. Basically, it's without all the extra theming, but you've got your own private pool, right?
Mhm.
Your own lounge deck right out in the sun,
With
right
the
off the main master bedroom.
Yeah,
The
with
kids
the
can play.
umbrellas over two chair. I mean, it's the lounge area.
I
It's
mean,
the
you wouldn't want to.
Yep.
Who would want to leave this area?
Yeah,
There's no
right.
reason to go to any other part of the resort.
Yep.
So, and this is your living area right upstairs to where the kids' bedrooms are.
Yeah.
Another one of the rooms. An outside soaking tub. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's this is, you want to go and hang out, let the kids have fun, but you want to be pampered. This is what you're doing.
Yep. And they've even got the same royal suites. These are just kind of like the flat suites that we saw, just a little bigger.
Yep.
And then they've got those also for swim ups, right? So,
Yep.
and I think we saw the flat and the pads. So these are just without the swim up options.
Yep.
And then there's the granddaddy of it all, the Pineapple Villa. So again, this
Craziness.
is inside
Yeah.
your suite. The kids can sit. That's an actual TV. That's an actual chair. They
Yeah.
can sit and watch SpongeBob. They can watch whatever they want to watch right there inside your villa.
Yep.
Again, it's just like the other villa. It's its own private pool, your own private lounge area. I mean, there's room for 10 people out here, easy. You know what I mean? So,
Absolutely. Yeah. Whole family
yep.
with extended family.
It's just amazing how the theming is. You really feel like you're staying in SpongeBob's house. The bamboo bed. I mean, it's awesome. I can't believe it. Look at the kids' room.
Yeah, that's the double room. Yep.
Yeah, with the life preserver for the headboard. I mean, that's just picture perfect.
Yep.
So
There you go.
that's the rooms, right? So we haven't even talked about some of the things that you can do there, right? So let's just talk about some of the experiences. So again, with Charisma, if you're traveling with toddlers and small ones, the toddler inclusive package includes everything from strollers, cribs, bottle sterilizers, bottle warmers, changers, pack and plays, baby baths, baby robes, baby sleep material, and high chairs. You don't have to bring anything from home for your baby other than a change of clothes. That's all you really need.
Yep.
Because they're going to take care of everything else for you. So that means, when you're coming through the airport and you see all those families lugging, a stroller and everything else, you're just grabbing your bags and going straight to your vehicle, right to your hotel, because you don't need to take all that with you.
Right.
So it's a little bit less stress, especially traveling international, when you don't have to worry about obviously things matter, right? The more things you take, the more things you're going to have to pay for, check bags, stuff like that. A lot less you can bring. Save you money. So this particular resort, Punta Cana, let me just tell you, it's got over 208 suites. Not a very large resort, just kind of like the other Charisma properties. 4 pools. Punta Cana also has a lazy river. They've got a spa if you'd like to indulge in those comforts. 10 restaurants, 2 bars, and then the water park, the Aquanic, which is what we're just about to talk about. So if you've ever wanted to get slimed, this is the place to do it. Whether mom and dad, the kids, or the whole family wants to participate, they can. And just like you see here, it's just like it used to be back in the day on Nick TV when you were on those shows and the kids and everybody wanted to slime their parents. This is it, right? So you can go get slimed at the Aquanic, which is the water park that's connected to the resort. Of course, all included in your stay. You don't have to pay any extra to go to the water park. And even better is, if you're not staying at the resort, you can't pay to get in. So not anybody can just go. It's just for the guest at the Nickelodeon resort. So you're not going to be waiting in lines because, half the town of Guadalajara or something shows up to go to the water park that day.
Right.
Not happening. So get super slimed, like we said, at the Nick Park. Jam out in your jammies. You go have breakfast in your PJs with the Nickelodeon characters. Hang out with Dora. Hang out with SpongeBob, Patrick, the Ninja Turtles. Right?
Yep.
All while you're having breakfast. Other things they've got, you can take a tour of the Pineapple Villa. So even if you're not staying there, you can go check out one if it's available, of course. And then you can meet and greet with your favorite characters from Paw Patrol, Dora and Boots, Shimmer and Shine, Cosmo and Wanda, SpongeBob, and so many more, right? They're available all throughout the day. And each and every day, it's a different set of characters. So you're not going to see the same people every day. Head on over to the signature machete burger that you can try out. It literally is as big as your head, 4 kilograms, which I think is about 2 pounds. That's a lot of meat. And it literally, they bring it to your table, a big, huge machete. They slice it into 4s and they serve it up to your family. So, I mean, something that you'll never forget. Take your pictures again, strut down the orange carpet, which is their VIP instead of the red carpet, and take photo opportunities. Kids clubs, every age level, 4 to 12, all types of things they can do, and the kids are free to play. So what's great about Charisma is if the kids want to go do this for 4 or 5 hours, and the adults want to go relax in the pool, they can do that. They just drop them off, and when it's time for them to come pick them back up, they'll know when they're ready, right? So a lot of times it's the kids aren't telling their parents it's time to leave. It's the parents coming to tell the kids, hey, it's time to go. You know what I mean?
Right.
I've been here all day. So that's the kind of fun that they can have. So you've also got all that, personalized service. You want to go chill on the beach and have your drinks and your food brought to you? Guess what? It's included. If you want Mai Tais and a burger, hey, just like these folks, right? They're sipping on their little pineapple drinks. They'll bring it right to your beach chair.
Yeah.
Keep them coming. All included.
Yeah.
And then just like we talked about with Margaritaville and the Charisma properties, all your activities, as long as it doesn't go, it's included, right? If it doesn't make a noise and have a motor, you can do it.
Right. And it's included. Right.
Yep. Very much so. So let's talk about the other resort, which is over in Riviera Maya. And
it's 4-0. It's 4-0 Red Sox, by the way, Mark. Just wanted to throw that in there before we
Thanks. Appreciate that, man.
You're welcome.
Thanks for our sports update. So the Riviera Maya location, which is their newest location, offers similar experiences and similar accommodations, except it's in Riviera Maya, so it's a little bit closer. And it's opening this summer. So let's pull that up and we'll take a look here. The difference, I'm going to really point out here is the accommodations.
Yep.
So inside the lobby, here's a rendering of the lobby. You've got a huge golden pineapple that you can take a picture with. I'm just going to see if I can pause it right here. So here is the rendering of the resort. All of these rooms,
every single one of them,
every single room is oceanfront.
Yep.
Every single room has its own private swim up pool. Every room.
Unless you're on the bottom floor and then you have the actual swim up from the pool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you have like the little channel swim up pool, kind of like Margaritaville. But every room has its own, it's a swim up. Every room is oceanfront, and every room is going to be just like that last resort in Punta Cana, uniquely themed for Nick, but also very elegant and very luxurious. But the
also,
pineapple suite, you can see.
You can't stress enough that there's no those aren't balconies. Those aren't just balconies. There's a pool in every single person's room, every single one. So
that's why it's recessed in. You can't really see the room. It's because there's a pool there.
Right. But it's like that's unbelievable. First hotel to have everybody has their own and be oceanfront. I think it literally is the first all-inclusive to do that. Yeah.
Here's the overview of the Aquanic, right? This is their water park. Very similar to the one in Punta Cana as far as the layout. Very huge. 6 acres. It's pretty large. Yeah. And it's only a quick 5-minute walk from the resort, or you can take a shuttle bus. They have shuttles.
I think you could do golf carts too, right? Didn't they say golf carts? Yep.
Oh, well, that might be their quote-unquote shuttle buses, like little shuttle golf carts. But it's very quick and easy to get to. You don't even have to worry about food because there's a food court there that you can buy from and literally eat food and drinks right there. You don't even have to go back to the main resort. And it's away from the resort, so you don't hear all the hustle and bustle when you're trying to relax on the beach. You don't hear the people screaming at the water park. Right. So that's what's really cool about it. So let's look at some of those accommodations that we talked about, those oceanfront suites. So look at this. This is, I'm just going to start with the best because this is my favorite suite, the Lair Suite. So if you've got Ninja Turtle fans in your family, or if you're just a Ninja Turtle nut like me, I grew up with them, you'd want to stay here. So this is more than just your regular private suite. It's 3,000 square foot. Okay. Typical houses aren't 3,000 square feet.
Like 2,200.
I mean, on a conservative side, they're 1,500 to 2,000, right? So, we'll just say twice the size of your house, okay? And this is where you guys are going to stay. Just look at the detail, right? So this, again, is uniquely Nickelodeon, but elegant at the same time. You get the master suite with a king bed and a spa-inspired bathroom with a freestanding tub, rain shower, toilet, and double sinks. Sleeps 5 adults, or you can do 2 adults and 3 kids. Mm-hmm. 5 children if they're under the age of basically 12. Very family friendly. So a 712 square foot oceanfront terrace. Okay.
Yeah. Your own deck.
Yeah. Your own deck, basically. And I'm sorry, there's not more photos other than this because it's still, being open. So these are just renders. So you got a double bedroom with 2 queen beds, a massive bathroom, in-suite butlers, your own private butlers that come do everything that you need. You want them to start the bath for your kids before you guys come back from dinner? They'll take care of it. You want your, bar refreshed with, I don't know, Sunny Delight, you know what I'm saying? They can make it happen, right? So, whatever it is, you get your own pillow selection menu. You don't like your pillow? Oh, great. There's 50 other ones you can choose from. Private wine tastings, afternoon teas, moonlight beach dinners, for you or you and the kids. Preferred access to restaurants and the spa. And then, of course, your own private selection of popular magazines and newspapers. So that's just, some of the things, right? So again, it goes in the gourmet inclusive experience, unlimited access to the Aquanic and Nick Place, infinity pools, AC, smart TV, everything you could possibly think of and more. Bathrobes for everybody. Okay. So there's those toddler inclusive amenities. I gotta get that right. Again, everything you need. And that's the layer suite. So let's look at the other ones here. See if the pineapple suite should be right beneath it. Yep, there it is. So here's the pineapple suite. So this is even more themed. Okay. Just amazing. But look how elegant it is. I mean, it looks like an upper posh, New York City.
It looks like mid-century modern meets SpongeBob. That's literally what it looks like. Yeah.
Right. Yep. But I mean, how cool is that?
Yeah.
The Big Kahuna suite, even that one. Right? It's got some SpongeBob too, but it's also just really cool. I mean, it just imagine that big neon light glowing at night. Talk about a night light for kids. That's cool.
Yeah, right.
And then, of course, they have your typical swim ups, right? So this is a little bit more just traditional style luxury.
Yep. So that's going to be that's the beach level. That's going to be the bottom floor where you'll have that channel type swim up as opposed to what the regular everybody else has.
Yeah, right. Their own patio. And they've got queens, even as well. So king or queen suite. So plenty of room. I mean, you can literally spread out and not have to worry about anybody being on top of anybody.
Yeah.
And just have fun for days. So these are the connecting suites. So if you wanted to have, families traveling together or large families, grandma and grandpa next door.
Yeah.
They can do that.
Yep.
And then these are the same thing, the swim up ocean fronts. Again, all of these are going to be ocean fronts, just like we talked about with their own private.
These just aren't the beach level.
Right. Yeah. These are the ones that are up top. So, again, same thing as the other ones. So let's see here. Here's the penthouse. Let's see if there's any different pictures for the penthouse. No, it looks like they're all the standard
better
ones.
Bathroom. Yeah, it's just a more bougie.
And they'll get more pictures here once they actually open the resort. We're still a few weeks out from them happening, but it looks like they're all just, I think, the same photos. Yeah, it's just the same ones over and over. So that's just the rooms. Let's check out some of the
notice how they call them all swim up, because you have a pool outside of your sliding door of your room, and you just go in your pool and your ocean front. It's pretty cool.
I can watch that all day. People just getting slimed.
It's Crush. Yeah, Crush. There you go. Nice. Good stuff.
So the Aquanic, again, 6-acre water park. You want your drinks, you want your food brought to your cabana or to your poolside umbrella, they'll do it. You want to get slimed, go for it. You want to take pictures in your pajamas, take a dip in the balcony pool.
Yep.
Everything's available to you. There's nothing that you can't do here. Let's see. Let's talk about some of the dining. So we talked about on this particular resort, 280 suites. Again, all oceanfront, all swim up. 6 restaurants, 3 bars, 1 oceanfront, family style pool, and then you've got the spa and the water park. But the gourmet dining, again, everything's going to be all inclusive here. You want yacht club? Go for it. Look at those open air, just get the breeze in your face dining. I mean, who wouldn't want to eat there? The view's amazing. Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. How can I take your order? Go have a good burger. They've got pizza. So, I mean, obviously Ninja Turtles, right? Cowabunga dude. There's Donatello hanging out in the background there. Le Spatula, which is their open-air buffet soda style restaurant, and very uniquely SpongeBob. And then Nick Bistro, this is going to be over the at Nick Place out by the water park. And this is also where they have the character breakfast. Now, the character breakfast is not included. It is an additional charge, but that's the only additional charge there for that particular activity. That's where you can literally dine in your PJs. All the characters come out dressed in their PJs, and you can take photos and whatnot, and they interact with your group. And then here's one of the bars, so Bikini Bottom Bar. And then we've got the Snick Lounge. So this is basically for all the 90s kids at heart, but it is a family-friendly area. So they've got everything from billiards to arcade games, live entertainment, all that's included right inside the resort. And then there's Cosmo and Wanda's Swim Up Bar.
Yep.
Gets you a nice, tasty treat. And then I can't even say that, Churriguitos. This is basically, this is out by the Aquanic. So this is at the food place at the water park. And then, of course, 24-hour room service is always available. So no matter what time of day it is, you can get a snack or a full meal delivered right to your room.
Yep.
Or anywhere on property, really. And then they have cabanas, too. So those, of course, are additional. If you want a private cabana out on the beach, we can make that happen. Not a problem. So that's the Mexico area. So they are going to be opening up again this summer, I believe mid-June, and they're taking reservations starting in the next few weeks. So yeah, it's going to be really neat, really neat. So yeah, that covers our overview of the Charisma properties for tonight. So next week.
Real quick before we break, they do have other resorts if you're interested in learning more about Charisma. They do have the Casitas,
yes,
which is a great resort. I have clients going there, and then they also have El Dorado, and then they also have those Portofino's over the water. So that's been a really popular destination, especially back 3 or 4 months ago. It was like the hottest place you could go, and it's literally a bungalow over the water. And you can get really crafty with it. And they've got one that has a water slide that goes into the ocean. It's just nuts stuff, like your own private water slide. But
and again, these are all in Cancun, right? So Mexico, just a few hour flight, no testing for entry into the country, right? All you need is a passport. All you have to do is the testing to come back. And just like we talked about with AM Resorts, Charisma is also doing the complimentary on-site testing. So the minute you get there, you set it up with concierge. They do it right at your room or right there in the lobby. And your test results are emailed and printed to you so that you have them for departure. Couldn't be any simpler. And then, of course, if you bundle it with all the travel protection, there's really nothing that could go wrong that's not covered, right? So ever more reason to have travel protection in times like this. So
just trying to, we want to show you guys the stuff that we get to work with as though it's not, we love Disney, we love Universal, and that's where a majority of people go. I mean, let's be honest. they're packing the places every day. Universal's full by 10 a.m. every day. So, but there's so many other places, and we want to let you guys know that we support those places because they support us by doing these deals, and we giving us the flexibility to let you guys see all these places, which I know a lot of people just don't do. Like this, I don't know anybody who just sits here and just talks about all inclusives and shows you, or shows people restaurants and stuff like that, because we're excited about these places. We think they're really cool, and we think it's a good opportunity with everything that's been going on for everybody to relax. So thanks for taking the time to
theme park, right?
Yeah.
Not to mention, there's no better feeling than going on vacation and not have to worry about pulling out your wallet.
Yeah, that's something different.
Come on. You literally just put it in the safe inside your room and forget about it until it's time to leave. There's no better feeling. Like, okay, I want 5 shots of 151. Okay. And then you're waiting for what's the price? No, dude, here's your shots. Take them. You know what I mean? Like, there's not a 2-person limit or anything. It's none of that. You literally can walk up to the bar and be like, hey, fill that up with that much rum, that much pineapple juice, that much soda.
Yeah. Right.
And he's like,
call it a day. No, I get it, man. Cool.
Hold on, that bottle ran out. Let me get the other one.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what's great about all inclusives, and a lot of people just never experience it. So that's why we want to show it to you guys, so that know. And that's why we reiterate all inclusive. It's all inclusive. We want to basically drill it into your head so that when you do go, you realize
you're not paying.
You're not paying. Well, you are paying, but you're not paying at that moment. It's already prepaid. It's you've already built it into your whole package.
And there's so much stuff that's actually, like, I know it's all inclusive, and it's it sounds redundant, but there's so many things like that you can do there that are, you would normally have to pay for: scuba diving, snorkeling, paddle boats. You usually rent those
Kayaking.
$35 an
Yeah.
hour, anything, anywhere else. But
Yep.
these places are pretty cool. Something to think about.
Something to think about, exactly.
Yep.
And with that, thank you everybody for watching. If you're watching on replay, thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you follow us on YouTube. And
Yep.
we'll be back next week with more news, and we'll be highlighting a couple more resorts in a different location. So
Yep.
maybe we'll talk about some cruising, since cruising is coming back to life. So
Yep.
you never know. So thanks again for everybody for watching. Join us next week. I've been Mickey Mark, and that is my buddy over there, Neverland Nate.
See you, everybody. Mahalo. Take care. Be well.
Kungaloosh.